Bong, and welcome back to my channel where we talk about all things Transformers and Transformers action figure related. And today on my channel we're going to take a look at some stuff and things that I've found from the four corners of the Tinterweb. I do this every single Transformers Tuesday and Saturday on this channel, so if you like the sound of that, think about giving me a like, a share and a subscribe, because it really helps me out.
And now the news. Don't touch that dial.
First off, with some sad but I guess understandable news. The daddy of all cons, BotCon itself, has unfortunately said that this year, 2021, it will be not hosting its annual, I think, 2-day event. Obviously, with the current situation that's going on at the moment, they just don't think that this is what's going to happen. However, silver linings, and keep a look at BotCon.com for more information around this, but they will be setting up little booths in smaller conventions around, including Louisville, Kentucky, and all kinds of things. So keep an eye out for BotCon coming to a smaller show near you. Moving over to Funbie Studios, and they have been doing some work on the War for Cybertron take on the Unicron. Now what they've tried to do here is try to make it look more like he did in the Unicron trilogy, where he had all of the minicons, and you can add them to him by adding these 5mm ports, these little ports, to actually be able to add them on, so you can stick more crap and more kibble around Unicron if you like. Interesting idea, interesting take here from Funbie Studios. For me, it's not ideal, but what I thought they'd actually done was, you remember the bit at the beginning of Transformers the movie when he eats the planet, he powers himself up and you see his ring around him all light up? I actually thought that they found a way to do that, but then of course when I looked more closer at the pictures, it was just more crap and kibble just stuck around him. Interesting idea, not for me. Let me know your thoughts on this one. As always, these will be 3D printed from your 3D printer at home. Moving over to Flame Toys, they've been showing off some more prototypes of their White Victory Leo. This looks such an impressive figure, but as always, I don't believe this dude transforms. But still looks pretty damn nice. If you're into your model kits, you're going to pick this one up. Moving over to the world of Iron Factory now, and just in at Bombasby Store is Iron Factory's take on Hound. Really love the Iron Factory stuff. This one, however, I'm going to give a miss to, because I only really like the bot mode here. Iron Factory toys do some really nice stuff, but I do think they just missed the mark here on the alt mode. I don't know what it is, I don't know if it's too long or what it is, but yeah, I'm just not a fan of it. The bot mode, however, does look really nice. Nice articulation. I think I'm right saying these are usually at Legends scale, so they are slightly smaller and slightly more stylized, I think, than what we see from Hasbro. Usually come with a multitude of heads and hands and weapons and guns and all kinds of gubbins to make this dude your very own. However, Kiroro is not included with this, so if you want a Kiroro, you'll have to have your own Kiroro to add to Hound. Oh, don't they look cute together? Very nice. Funny little shoot there. Over to X-Transbots now, and they were showing off some of the cover work for their take on the Protector bots. Yeah, box looks great. We've seen a few shots of the figure. Are you excited for FUZZ? I have to say, I'm really not ready to drop any kind of amount of money on another combiner just yet. So HDC on Baidu has been sharing the few designs from a few different companies, but one that's been catching people's eye is this one that looks like Cang-Toys, who are currently working their way through the Predacons and doing a really interesting set on the Predacons. Looks like they might be turning their head over towards doing some Dinobots, and if they do the Dinobots, this is definitely something that I'm interested in, because if you look at this take on Sludge, this is a very interesting take. Love the huge weapons on the side of this Dinobot. Shensu Toy Box have been showing off some beautiful images of the Justice Commando with its awesome stand, showing how big it actually is compared to some of the other figures. This, as always, is a non-transforming Transformer with lots of metal actually going on. A lot of this is die cast, comes with a couple of heads. I have spoke about this in the past, something that they do say as part of their review here is that most parts of this are fine. It works really nice. It has lots and multiple parts of articulation, but the knees are a little bit loose, which apparently is something throughout this range of figures. So definitely something to think about if you are thinking about picking this dude up. I have to say, I don't pick up non-transforming Transformers, and this dude did turn my head. I was very close to picking this dude up, especially because of that big ass jetpack that looks sick on the back of it. But I ended up not picking this dude up, and yeah, at that price I think I'm quite glad, seeing as there seems to be some issues with it. If it is just the knees, everything else seems to be pretty good, and he does look great on that stand. Have you picked this up? Let me know in the comments. What are your thoughts on this dude? Moving over to Hasbro, and Hasbro Pulse have now stopped taking pre-orders for the masterpiece Thundercracker, so if you missed out, hopefully you'll get an opportunity somewhere else further down the line. Moving over to the world of Super7, and they had a very strange video.
Oh, internet people, we are here talking about our good friend, my best friend, and yours.
So they did this video to kind of promote the articulation in this prototype of Optimus Prime. Now, after he'd finished doing a funny little jig and a funny little dance, which was fairly amusing, if a little bit cringeworthy, then showed that he can do basketball, and he's also a bit of a surfer dude here as well, and all of the extra pieces that this Prime comes with, and then they wanted to show off the articulation. Now there's a reason why we keep getting told this is a prototype, this is a prototype. Oh, because it falls apart. Yes. Super7, I don't know, does Super7 do this regularly? Is this like a comedy skit thing that they do?
This is bad comedy.
But Super7 put a video out showing off the articulation where the figure falls apart. So I don't know what the point is in this video. I wasn't picking this figure up, but it certainly hasn't made me want to pick this figure up anymore. Bit of a weird video, but we can see here from an articulation point that the head is going to articulate fairly well and will actually just come off very easily, and they said there's actually going to be a disc inside, so it's going to rotate even easier, and the head will actually come off fairly easily because you need to be able to swap between head 1 and head 2. Also, we're going to have articulation here within the arms as well, which is nice, and the arms hopefully will stay on, which would also be nice. But you'll be able to get a full 360 from what it looks like here, and then you'll also be able to get a twist just above the elbow as well. So nice articulation here on the arms. The elbow obviously will do its elbow thing, and then we'll just twist around as normal. Also, the fingers and the hands will actually come off so that you can replace the hands fairly easily here as well. And they did also mention that you could spin the basketball around if you've got some skills, but hey, let's get the arms to stay on straight first. Then they showed us the legs, and the same happened with the feet. So again, this is a prototype, this is a prototype, your product will not fall off. I'm pretty sure X-Transbots said the same thing.
This is bad comedy.
Right, but what we're doing with here is, yeah, he's holding it together and showing us the articulation. At this point, the video really does lose me because now he's lost the other foot as well. At this point, he's just holding a collection of plastic and showing us that how it moves. I can get my knives and forks drawer together and show you how well I can articulate a knives and forks drawer if I use the same kind of logic that they're using here. But hey ho, they're figures. They want to show it off this way. You will get some ab twist, but what they're also saying is that underneath there will be some slight ab crunch, similar to other things that you get with these Super 7s Ultimate. He has a backpack, he's also going to jetpack, sorry, and he's also going to come with a little spike. There is others that are going to come in this as well that I've covered in other episodes of my news. These are definitely not for me, and this video definitely hasn't turned my head at all. Let me know your thoughts on this down in the comments. Do you think you could have done a better video? Do you think they should have found a prototype that holds together? I certainly do. Thanks for checking out my video today. We have just hit the 1,777,000 subscribers on this channel. Thank you all very much for your support. Absolutely fantastic. Again, blown away with the support I've had this week. So if you can show me a little bit of extra support and you want to like, share and subscribe, that really helps me out. And otherwise, I will see you down in the comments in a bit. Peace.